We're launching into an interview. I have reps from the Reach Out World Mission. I told you earlier about an initiative they're taking. It's Youthsewgraphy. So it's a fusion of sewing and photography. So youth in sewing and photography. My guests are, Claire is the founder and president of the Reach Out World Mission, and she's also here with Emmanuel Asari Anyafo. He's the vice president of operations, of same Reach Out World Mission. All right, so lady and gentlemen, you're welcome. When I saw your designation, your respective designations, I was expecting, I thought I was going to see very old, old people who were taking this initiative for young people, but it's you young people doing this for young people. Exactly. How nice. Who are you? Reach Out World Mission. Are you a church?
No, we are not.
You know when you hear mission.
I know, right? So Reach Out World Mission is Christian based. Well, our values
it is Christian based.
Yes, yeah. But then we help
church in there.
But we help not just Christians. We help everybody. The Bible says, "Love your neighbor as yourself." Yeah. So then we are an NGO that focuses on helping, and then our long-term goal is to build homeless shelters and training centers for underprivileged youth. So our target group for the near future and the long term is youth, but for now we help the masses.
Okay, but so long term is to provide shelter for underprivileged people,
and then train them.
So what long term is within what period? How far do you see?
So we are looking at in the next 5 years, by God's grace, we should have at least a shelter in Ghana, taking care of youth on the streets. Yeah. We take them, train them over a period of 6 months, equip them, empower them, and then they go out there, we support them to stand on their own. So we want to, in the long term, reduce unemployment and youth dependency on the government. We want to instill that spirit of entrepreneurship in youth, that we can do it by ourselves.
So what triggers that passion in you? Personal experience? Have you gone through some very trying times and you...
Well, yes, I have. I have gone through...
May you share?
Well, so 2013, I was involved in a car accident. It was right after school. And
after school, where?
University, Legon.
Okay.
Usually you wait for 5 months before you start your service, but I started right after because I wanted to, get some money for myself. Like the whole big dream: get a car, get a house, be very self-sustained.
Yeah, you are enterprising. Okay.
So it was through that I was working. It was like my second week or third week at work. I had to travel outside Accra. It was on one of these trips that I had an accident. It was kind of bad, but then God was in control. I was, let's say, under the weather for quite a long time, over like about almost 2 years. Yeah. So during this period, I had my mind was, shall I say, what word should I use? I had a rethinking, because
you thought your life had been spared so you could contribute meaningfully to society.
And during that time, I was dependent on others, and it's some way when you have to depend on other people for everything,
especially at such a time when you're not absolutely well.
Exactly. And then during that time too, I was exposed in the hospital. I met a lot of young people who were there due to similar reasons, and then during that time, I had the passion to help, to make a difference. It's something that I really wanted to do. So I had my first donation. That was when Emmanuel came in. I spoke to him. He joined in. A few others joined in. We had our
first donation?
Yeah, we donated to Save Them Young Children's Home at Tema, Bethlehem.
Where you are still so when did you found the Reach Out World Mission?
It was founded in 2013, but we registered in 2014.
Okay.
Yes. So
after which you made that donation?
Yes, we made the donation January 2014.
Oh.
January 2014. We started in January 2014.
Okay, 2014.
It was January 2014. So through that, as the passion was there, and in growing, meeting people, you get to know there's so much that you can do.
What did you donate to these people?
It was they needed survival materials. Let's just say provisions, clothing, stationery, and then some little educational supports. The basics, things that we just use every day. Some people really need it. Yeah. So it was through that we got other people on board, and then the vision has been growing since then. The long-term goal: homeless shelters. We want to empty the streets of underprivileged youth, give them a chance, empower them to make a difference. And you want to begin with Youthsewgraphy. Exactly. What informed the choice of these two trades or profession, depending on where you're looking at it? How you're looking at it? What informed
We just looked at sewing, that's fashion designing, and photography.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to train this youth in sewing, that's fashion designing.
But why these two first?
Why these two? Because you see, we don't want to. We want to take what we can start with, and this is our first project, or this is our first time we are doing Youthsewgraphy.
So it's seemingly easier.
Yeah, we wanted to do something really manage. So as we grow, then we expand.
Yeah.
So maybe next time we'll do other stuff.
I asked because, you know, many a time people resort to learning a particular trade or profession, not necessarily because it's what they really want to do, but because it seems like the most convenient choice at the time.
Right.
Now, such people then execute this job, this trade, without the requisite passion, you know, that should come with, you know, with this profession.
True.
And so sooner or later, in fact, sooner rather than later, they lose whatever little interest there was at first, and then resort to something else, which is why I asked, you know, why you chose these two.
Let me add something to what Emmanuel said. With the sewing and photography, I use myself for to sing. I love music.
Me too, in front of my mirror.
You know, I know. But then, when I was growing, if I had a chance to go to a music school, I believe that instead of going to university to go and learn what I studied, if I had gone to a music school for my degree in Ghana,
I would have gone to the School of Performing Arts.
But then so many things were involved.
So
it's like,
no, I was there.
You were there?
Yeah, I was there. That's my first degree, and yeah.
So not everybody gets the chance to follow what their heart really desires. And this, first of all, fashion designing and photography are very lucrative. You go in, you can teach other people. It's a trade that when you learn and your passion is in it, you can continue. It's like the ripple effects. You can teach somebody, teach somebody, teach somebody. So we're starting with these two because they are easy to learn. And like you mentioned, the passion. There's a category for selecting. You don't just, we won't just take you because you have applied. No.
So how do you choose in whom you want to inculcate this?
We put out a note for nominations in the whole of June. So first
nominations.
Yeah. So people, so that we want to involve the public. So if you know somebody who has a passion in fashion design but can't continue,
and is underprivileged,
yes. So if you know somebody who has a passion in fashion design or photography but who is financially challenged and can't pursue that, nominate the person. Tell us why that person should be selected. So nominations have come in. We had about 30 nominations. We are going to
go like a reality TV show.
I know, right?
No, not necessarily.
So we are going to go through the list and then take them. Like you said, the passion is very important.
Yeah.
We will not take somebody who is just coming on board because, I can, so
no,
let me just
because
try.
I am, God forbid, but because the person is underprivileged and can only resort to this is the last resort, you know, and you are going to find people like that. So how do you decipher? How do you tell who is really truly passionate about this and who's not?
So let me come in.
Yeah.
Category there for selection. And we've received more than 30 people
already.
Yes, so we have facilitators who will help us choose these people, and these facilitators are.
Who are they? What are their backgrounds?
Okay, so we have facilitators like Akibot Impressions.
Okay.
She will be training in photography. Okay. We have Collins Ajimanbedu. She's Collins Ajimanbedu. He's a lecturer at University of Professional Studies and also a psychologist, and all these people are coming together to help us select these people.
Okay.
We have
17 and Akibot handling photography. You have Afra K Fashion School for fashion designing, and then like you mentioned, we have people who are joining in to help us with entrepreneurial courses.
Because I thought that was just for the selection, but you're actually working with these people for the training proper.
Exactly, because we want to go the extra mile of just teaching fashion design and photography. We are equipping you to face the modern world, the modern business world. We are training you
marketing
in
skills,
marketing, branding, public communications,
bookkeeping.
They are all in it. And we have lecturers from UPS. You mentioned one name. We have Dr. Peter Okante from Palm Institute helping with strategic leadership. And then we have Kojo Williams, CSR, Center for CSR West Africa, helping with brands management and then marketing. So we have all these people coming in to equip them, not just with these skills, but extra skills to equip them for.
So this isn't exactly like an apprenticeship.
No, not at all.
No.
It's a
which is where I have my qualms, because how about the GSS, the JHS dropout? You know, how about the primary school dropout? I mean, these are the people who really need help. And I'm wondering how they will fit into the structure you're setting up with all these lecturers from the university. I mean, how do you reach them?
Okay, our target is not, for now, is after secondary school. So that is also part of the category.
So SHS.
SHS, and then at least
where you can at least spell and write and read.
Exactly. Because it's not just the sewing. You need to know customer care. You need to know how to keep your books, how to market yourself, how to brand yourself. And we're giving you all of that in one package. Okay. The aim is to just reduce unemployment, so encourage youth in entrepreneurship. How
many people are you training? In fact, when does this training take effect? When does Youthsewgraphy take effect?
We are training 4 people.
4.
2 in photography and 2 in fashion designing.
Okay.
And
that's meager, but I mean, one step at a time, baby steps. Yeah.
And the nomination opened from 1st June and it ended on the 30th. Okay. So from the month of July, by July 25th, we should be out by the.
And how long is the training?
6 months.
6 months. 6 months in photography, 6 months in fashion design. For people who have absolutely no knowledge in these two. I know people who go into apprenticeship sewing for 3-4 years. 6 months is woefully inadequate, isn't it?
The way the curriculum has been structured, it's going to be intensive.
Because it's not just the skills. There's also, you're teaching branding, you're teaching marketing, you're teaching bookkeeping, yada, 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 and all these in 6 months.
Yes, so for fashion design, classes will start in the morning and close at 2. And then for the entrepreneurial courses, classes are in the evening. So for the fashion design and photography, classes will be during the
Crash
day.
course.
I know, right? And then the entrepreneurial courses come in the evening, not every day, 3 times a week. And we have practical sessions as well.
So what happens, I have to wrap up now, what happens at the expiration of the training? What happens when all said and done? What happens to these 4 you're starting with?
We are going to employ them.
Who are we?
Reach Out World Mission. And then, first of all, they will.
You have businesses? You own businesses? Which can recruit these people?
The social enterprise part of Reach Out World Mission is going to do that in partnership with those who are partnering. Exactly. So the whole idea is, you know what people do? Sometimes people are trained, and then after that, they just leave them. And it's not easy for them to start on their own. So we train you, employ you for 1 year. In this period of 1 year, you are supposed to also help in training someone else. It's required. It's very compulsory. So as you are training, you are practicing.
Of course, you receive a salary with which you can start yours, do a startup.
And even when after you are with us and you want to leave, we'll give you a startup capital to go set up.
Is that right?
After 1 year.
Which will bring me to funding. So after 1 year, so how do you raise money? Now you're rich.
We are not.
Thank God, praise God.
Hallelujah.
Well, that's one of the reasons why we are here. Funding is really a basic need, a basic requirement. We have something called the IPF, where we encourage people to become partners of our projects. So if you join the IPF, you can decide to donate.
What is IPF?
Individual Partnership Fund. So you can decide to donate a certain amount, be it 50, 20, 100,000, 10,000, according to your strength.
Yes.
On a periodic basis. It can be monthly, quarterly, yearly. So we have people who are already on this system, and we need more people. Because we are going to buy a camera for each of the students. I mean, for the photography. For the 2 students. One camera is around 3,000 Ghana cedis. So that's 2. That's like 6,000.
And for the sewing
that's 2,500 per person. And we need some money to sustain them, to support them, transportation in and out and all that. So we actually need support. So anyone watching us, if you have the passion to help, you want to donate, please visit our website, www.reachoutworldmission.org. Everything you need to know is there. We are really waiting on you. Thank you very much.
I like that. He just rounded up for me. Yeah.
Also, you can check us out on all social media sites, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. On Twitter is at ROWM4U. Reach out. Facebook, Reach Out World Mission. Instagram, Reach Out World Mission. We have all our information there, so you can come join us. Let's make a difference, because that's what we really want to do.
Yes, it's a phenomenal initiative. So this is.
Yeah, it's going to be an annual project.
So next year there will be another 4, or perhaps you'd have graduated.
Next year, depending on the finance and funding.
Yes, it will come.
Amen.
Thank you. Now, Claire, founder and president, Reach Out World Mission, and her vice president of operations. You sound like a huge multi-million-dollar company. And amen, it will happen. Emmanuel Asari Anyafo is the vice president of operations. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.